Hello and welcome to a new episode of Pat's Chat. Today, I'm very honored to have a memory grandmaster, a world expert in memory from Hong Kong, joining me. It is Simon Lee. Simon, thank you very much for joining me today. How are you?
Yeah, thank you very much, Patrick. And thank you for the invitation. I'm very glad to have a share right here.
Sure. Awesome. I'm very excited to learn from you today, and I hope we can share a lot with my audience also. Of course, when we think about memory, and you have received a lot of awards and achievements, I cannot mention all of them, but just some of them that so people are aware of what we're talking here about. So you are a two-times winner of the Hong Kong Memory Championships. And also a two-time winner of the Australian Memory Championships. You broke the world record in memorizing almost 600 objects order.
Yep.
And you have a couple of Hong Kong memory records, like memorizing the order of playing cards, 52 playing cards. That's like a deck of poker cards in 40 seconds. Memorizing almost 1,500 binary numbers in 30 minutes. And also very interesting, memorizing 39 names and faces in 5 minutes. So very, very impressive. We will come back to that a little bit later. And of course, when I'm asking you about how this everything developed, what is your special talents, I'm sure you will tell me, no, it's all like you learned it, right? It's no talent, but I'm sure there is something behind it. So tell me, in school, did you have like special talents or something that you figured out very early that you can memorize really a lot of things?
Okay, thank you for your question. Many people think that I was born to have this kind of memory. However, I was totally trained to have this kind of memory. So it's all about methods and all. It's all about effort, but not some talent. I would say that.
Okay, you
Yeah.
tell me no talent at all. What were your favorite subjects in school?
Actually, I studied philosophy in my college. So,
Okay.
yeah, if you are, I mean, maybe, what I call talent, it's about languages. If someone know more for example, my mother language is Cantonese. We can speak Cantonese, Mandarin, and also English in Hong Kong. And I believe that if someone knows more than one or two or three languages, that can enhance their brain. They can have a higher ability to learn something new. So um, if I focus on the long term, if you want to enhance your brain power or your memory, try to learn more languages.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, it's a good hint. So if you're telling me it's not about talent, it's
Mhm.
pure like hard work, I would say, what you learn. How did you venture in this area? Like at what time of your life or at what age did you figure out like memory is something fascinating? You want to learn more about it and really do something with that.
Yeah, in fact, I was a user of those memory skills. And when I was 18 years old, I had the public examination in Hong Kong. And I was just a student in high school. And I need to get prepared for the public examination. But unfortunately, I was not doing very good in the first time of my public examination. That's why I retake the examination and the second year. So, in the second year, I learned some memory skills. I can how to say I can um, like okay I can like simplified it as three methods. I've learned linked system, pack system, and also low key system in that year. And when I learned those methods, I tried very hard to apply those methods on my study. So I studied Chinese history, the world history, geography, and accounting, economic. I have many subjects. You know, the education systems in Hong Kong, it's very crazy. I would say that we need to have
Okay.
lots of subjects and very stressful
Uh-huh.
student life. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I tried very hard to apply those methods in academic, and
Okay. Yeah.
fortunately, I found my way. So I performed better in the second year.
Okay, awesome. So you're saying because you learned these methods, basically that helped you to pass your exams or passing the school degrees also.
Yeah. And also, I applied those methods in my college life. And
Yeah.
after my college, I sort of opened my own company when I was 23, and that it's called Crazy Learning. That means, yeah, that's my first company, and I have renamed this company into Hong Kong Academy of Memory. So I am in my business for around for more than 13 years. Yeah, because I'm
13
32
years.
years old right now.
Okay, cool. Now we have clarified that also. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Simon. So you just mentioned right now like three of the methods, and we
Mhm.
I like to dig a little bit more into that right now. So of course, there needs to be a method, right? Like just like looking at a set of cards, 52 playing cards, and try to memorize those without method is like, well, probably you can do it, but it's impossible to remember it after 40 seconds. That's what you did, or even 1 or 5 minutes, right? You mentioned three of the methods. Maybe you can explain us a little bit more what these methods are about, how they work on a maybe high
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, thank you for the question. And the first of all, the level one, I would say the level one method, it's called link system. Link system, it's trying to link different objects or items together as a story. That means I create a story to memorize different things. For example, if I want to memorize the order of 10 items, then I would try to create a story to link them up.
Hmm.
Yeah, because under this method, I always say that um, your imagination power is equal to your memorizing power. So if you want to enhance your memory ability, you need to be creative. You need to imagine more. So maybe we can use more of our sense of hearing, sense of sight, sense of touch, whatever. We need to use apply more of our senses in the stories. And if we can create more um, uh, information, yeah, or
Okay.
it is the story, if it is more rich,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that story can be more, yeah, we can have a longer memory.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand.
So by using this link system, we can activate the long-term memory. So this is the first method. And then the
Hmm.
second method, it's called PAC system, PEG, PAC system. So PAC system is, for me, it's like a transformation. If we are going to memorize some information, like a passage or some information in a book, right? And maybe those kind of information are not meaningful. They do not have any meaning, like numbers or some, yeah, numbers. Okay, numbers are meaningless to many people. So we try to give some meaning to those numbers by transforming them into images. Take like one as an example. One means nothing to many people. However, I can imagine that one is equal to. I try to associate a pen with the number one. So
Okay.
one, yeah, a pencil or a pen
Yeah.
means one to me. And then like seven, or yeah, seven. Maybe I will just associate with 7-Eleven, yeah, a grocery store to me. So I try to give some images for numbers. Then numbers can have meanings to me. This is called pack system. We can
System.
apply these pack systems in different aspects. For example, in numbers, in memorizing the vocabulary. Yeah, like like R. Okay, this R means nothing. However, I can have a Romeo. Okay, Romeo means something to me. So I will use Romeo to associate the alphabet R.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is called pack system. And then the third method, it's called low key system. That means we try to
Okay.
find some locations in our daily life, like our apartment. Yeah, I can start from the main entrance, the main door, and then this is the first location, and then the second location maybe is the sofa in the living room, and then the third location is the table in the living room, and then the window, and then the television, etc., etc. I can have lots of locations in my mind. Then, if I need to memorize something, I try to put those images in or on top of the location, or try to create a story in between the locations and the item. Yeah,
Okay.
this is another kind of link system. We try
Yeah.
to create a story with the locations because
Understand.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, human beings are very good
Mm.
at memorizing 3D, three-dimensional items like
Mm-hmm.
locations, like for example, my office. If this is the first time for you to come to my office, you will have memory of the areas, because human are very good at memorizing locations. So we
Yes.
use those locations as a tool for us to memorize things.
Okay, so the different methods or system that you explained now are have a different purpose, right? So it's not like they exchange each or they're mutually exchangeable. Like the pack is more for like numbers, while the link one is more maybe for the cards or something like that. Also,
Mm.
and probably you also combine them in certain aspects.
Mm. Yeah, like memorizing the orders of the card. I have
Hmm.
different meanings with different cards. For example,
Okay.
I mean, maybe to the others, Ace of Diamond means Ace of Diamonds because they just they look the card in the direct way. However, for me, Diamond, I mean, Ace for Diamond, Ace in Diamond, it's like some dirt. Yeah, so I would try to visualize the card, yeah, in a very short period of time. Then I will try to link this images to my first location. And if the second card is the case of heart, case of heart, and this card for me, it's like hanging some clothes. So this is the image, and also the movement activity. So I will try to link this image with my second locations. So this is the process of thinking, but not only
Okay.
memorizing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can understand the concept and the idea, but what is
Mm,
still impressive is in the end that you do that in like less than 40 seconds. I mean,
mm,
you still have to generate or create an innovative story or memorizing that, right? And then you have to go one by
mhm,
one to remember which card was really
mm,
where. So I think it's still quite impressive. I can understand that means also a lot of exercising. Which, by the way, all of the records that you broke is for you the most impressive one, or the one that you're most proud of.
Um, Actually, the speed card was my very uh, memorable moment because I broke this record in the year of 2012, and I was in the World Memory Championships, which was held in London. And uh, for this event, I was the first place of that event of that year. So uh, I was so proud, yeah, when I was in that year. However, records are records, and it's yeah. At this moment, it just means history to me. So
Of course, yeah.
that was the life of an athlete. But now
Yeah.
I am a coach, so I would be very proud if my students can do better than me.
Ah, okay, yes, of course, that's what
Yes.
a coach is like proud of late, yeah. But still, I mean, okay, it's a records, but you said it's just records. And some people would say like, okay, I mean, it's fantastic. You can memorize, what was another record? 212 playing cards in order in 10 minutes. But
Hmm.
how does this really help in life? I mean, obviously they are good. You look good samples, like you can prove that you have a good memory or you have the methodologies to learn that. But how does it really help in life, or how do
Hmm.
you? How can I say, like, how can you really help then people, like, not breaking the records only, but really like improve their memories in their
Hmm.
daily life?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was
Uh,
complicated
no, no,
question. I
no.
didn't know how to
Because
answer that.
many people will just think directly that, oh, I can use this method in the casinos. Then I can memorize the
Yeah.
orders of the car and then earn some money. Yeah,
Yes,
this is
yes.
the very, very logical thing, logical way to.
But maybe we
Um,
have some legal ways, because I think that that one was like more of an illegal way, right, to get money.
um, but actually, to be honest, it's very hard to apply this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because gambling it's not good. It's not healthy. And actually, if you really, really want to apply it, you got to be memorize it in a very short period of time. So
Yeah.
it's impossible to apply this method in
Hmm.
casino. So don't think about it. However, by memorizing a deck of cards, you need to apply lots of memory skills in the same time. So, I mean, for my students or some adults, they don't need to be an athlete. They don't need to join the competitions. However, I think the highest value for them is to apply this method, these kind of methods in their daily life. For example, some adults, uh, for their career, maybe they need to memorize the name and also the appearance of their clients. So I will recommend them to apply link system on top. For example, they try to link up the symptoms of their clients with their name, so they can recall their client's name immediately when they see each other again. So
Hmm.
that will gain more. They will have a higher impression in their, I mean, for their
Yeah.
clients.
Mm,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
For those students, if they want to memorize as much as key points in their books, so I will recommend them to apply the low key system because it's very good for them to memorize key points. And for those people who need to read a lot, then I will recommend some high speed learning method that they can enhance or speed up their reading. Yeah, so they can apply those speed learning, I mean speed reading skills on their reading process or their career. So it's sort of about application.
Yeah.
And it's the responsibility of being a coach is to find the best way for my students.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
they can skip lots of steps. They don't need to be struggled. They don't need to choose for themselves. I can choose for them, or I can recommend them some better methods.
Mm, okay, that's very interesting. And basically, you just mentioned one of the use cases I wanted to talk with you about. That
Mhm.
is, of course, the face recognition, right? Or the memory of face. Because I think that is what I hear really the most in business. You go networking, you meet a lot of people, but end of the evening, maybe you met 20 people, you know, you can barely remember one, two, three names, right? And it's really awkward because maybe next week you see them again. Maybe you remember you saw them, but you have no
Mhm.
clue anymore who the guy is, right? Even the name.
Yeah.
And I saw, like, okay, you have, there is at least this these records or these challenges that you have memorizing names and faces. And you just mentioned that you're using the link system, but can you make an example, like how do you really do that? Like how would you remember like my name is Patrick, what you associate with the face and the name that you can remember?
Mm, yeah, and there are several ways to memorize or to apply. First of all, we need to know that the definition of memory. Maybe people, for some people, they just think that, oh, memory is born to we born to have memory. So if you're born to have good memory, then you can memorize things good. But if you were born with bad memories, then you cannot memorize things good. However, this is not about talent, as I told before. It's all about effort and then also methods. So if you want to memorize some people's name, first of all, you need to know the definition or the process of memory. So I will divide the memory into three processes. First of all, it's input, and then recall and output. You need to complete the three steps. Okay, then you can claim that you have memorized something. So input, recall, and output. This is very important. And like your case, if you want to memorize somebody's name, first of all, maybe in a meeting, okay, in a conference meeting, we always collect name cards. So first of all, for me, I have the practice. Yeah, I have this practice. I used it to take a look of the name card, and then I will minimize the time of input. I will use around 1 second to look at the name card, and then I will cover it because I tried to record it immediately. So when you're trying to memorize the information on the name card, try to input that within 1 second, because if you try to memorize something within 1 second, your brain or your mind will be forced to use the image, okay, the function of images, but not wordings, because words or languages, this belongs to the left brain. Yeah, left brains, it's equal to short-term memory. According to my observation, yeah, short-term memory belongs to the left brain, and then long-term memory belongs to the right brain. If you want to activate your long-term memory, try to use the function in the right brain. So the functions of right brain includes images, stories, three-dimensional thinking, sounds, etc. So if I want to memorize the information on the card, I will try to minimize the time of input into 1 second. Then my right brain will be forced, yeah, to activate. Okay, and then I will record it immediately and try to record the information on the name card, and I will try to output it as soon as possible. Yeah, and then I will how to say I will do this again and again. Yeah, because many people think that if I want to memorize something better, I need to spend more time. However, memory is not counted as the duration of time, but the number of times. So if we try to memorize something with 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times, or 5 times, yeah, the number of times increase. Our memory, increase.
Okay,
So
okay.
this is the first method.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's highly impressive. I have to say, I have to digest that first. But basically, what
Mhm.
you're saying, like summarized, look at the name card, the name basically, hide it, and then what you say, right? Repeating is meaning you just say the name like few times, like repetitively. So you have to use it, right? And then it will just stick in your long-term memory.
Maybe during the conversation, I will try to
Yeah,
output your name, like,
yeah, yeah.
oh, thank you very much, Patrick. That will
Yes.
trigger,
Yeah.
yeah, trigger our long-term memory if we try
Okay.
to output that,
Mm.
but not too much. Okay,
Not, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not appropriate.
It
Yeah, Patrick,
it shouldn't be awkward, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
very
still
awkward.
have to be
And
appropriate. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and on the other hand, maybe we can apply another method, like by
Mm.
applying the link system, as I told. Um, Take Patrick as an example. I do know some friends, they are called Patrick. So I would try to link their I mean maybe I will associate them with your some symptoms on your face. For example,
Okay.
you have beard. So I will try to imagine that, oh, one of my friend Patrick, he tried it to to poo or to touch your beard. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, during the conversation, I can imagine in this way. So this is very funny for me. However, I do not need to tell you how I
Yeah,
memorize it, right? Yeah, if I
yeah.
told you about that, that would be very awkward. However, if we try to imagine something that makes us feel funny or makes us smile or even laugh, that would trigger or that would activate our long-term memory.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that you associate like a feeling with that also, and then should be easier, let's say.
But this was just joking, or yeah, it was an example only.
Understand. I see the ideas, and of course, as I assumed in the beginning, right, it needs a lot of exercise, right? I think there's no shortcut really, so you have to learn, you have to
Mhm.
exercise this also. um, there's one question I wanted to ask you, like when we talk about memorizing and like the face and name recognition, or memorization, that is still a good use case. Sometimes I feel today, like with all the mobile and computers we have, helping us memorizing things, right? Maybe our brain is like getting more lazy, because we don't have to remember so many things, right? We just look it up,
Mhm.
like birthdays. I remember, like when I was a kid, I remembered all my friends' birthdays, right?
Mhm.
Today I just have the calendar reminding me, or later in business, I remembered all the phone numbers, right? Because you could not record them anywhere, except on paper maybe, but it was time consuming to look it up, so you just memorize it. But today I even met some people, they don't remember their own phone number. So do you see like a pattern, or what is your take on that, to make sure like we still regularly use our brains to memory things?
Yeah, that's the point because of the right. I mean, we're using more and more electronic devices, so our memory ability like drop. It drops because of the improvement of the technology. So that means we need to force ourselves to use more our memory power. If we do not do that, we will lose. I mean, we may lose our memory ability one day. So maybe technology is going to plug in a zip or something in our brain, then we can have superpower. However, this is not today. So
Yeah.
I really recommend people to use more our memory. And according to the survey given by the Harvard University, we do have the ability of photographic memories. So we are born to have photographic memory. However, by growing up, we those ability, I mean the photographic memory drops significantly. For example, with I mean by the age of from 0 to 4, we have 100% of these kinds of photographic memory. So babies or some kids, they learn very fast. However, by growing up, yeah, day by day, we lose our photographic memory day by day also. So take an adult as an example. We around have like 2 to 3% of the photographic memory. So if you want to have better memory, try to force yourself to input more. In maybe like 20 years ago, we are because of the technology was not that high, so we are forced to press or to memorize everything, like the phone number. Yeah,
Yeah.
we try to press all the buttons on the yeah,
Yeah, true.
yeah. So so this includes some visual memory, also the muscle memories. We memorize the orders and also the directions.
Yeah.
So, but nowadays we just need to press the name of our friend, and then they will dial. Yeah, they will call them. I mean, the phone will help us to call them directly. So that means we do not need to memorize as much as before. So if you want to activate your superpower, so you need to do more steps. So force yourself to record more. But I recommend to use the pack system and also the link system. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you very much, Simon, for that. I think people will look up on this system a little bit more, and of course they can reach out to you and your company. We quickly want to mention that also. You said it before. It was called Crazy Learning, and now you named it the Hong Kong Academy of Memory. What is your main focus? Is it more like the businesses, or is it more like students, adults? What is your main focus?
Actually, I mean, different stage. Different ages. They need memory also. So we have different lines. For those corporates, they have for those companies they have corporate trainings. So I give seminars to different companies. So this is for application of memory into career into their working process. And for students, I teach them how to apply those methods on their studies. And now we have the kids line. So we have a new brand called Crazy Kids. So we are targeting those kids below 7, and
Mhm.
we have some practice, some exercises, or some games for them to play at home. Especially under this situation, we are having some online coaching for them. So actually, I am finding because I discovered the needs of parents, especially in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Hong Kong, or in China, Taiwan. Um, in our culture, parents is willing to invest more, like time or money, on their children. So if and actually, it's better for students or for children to train up their mind as soon as possible because they have higher. I mean, they have more photographic memory than adults.
Yeah.
So if they practice those methods earlier, then they can have more photographic memory than adults for sure. So actually, in this stage, I am finding different partners, yeah, all over the world. So maybe in Malaysia or in Singapore or in Australia or etc. I mean, whenever. So if maybe people they are interested in education, this path or this area, maybe we can work with each other. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. I really recommend that. I learned a lot today. Awesome. Thank you so much, Simon,
Thank
for
you.
sharing your really huge knowledge and your experience in that. I can see that your interest become your not only your hobby, breaking records, winning awards, but also a very good, a very successful business that is
Thank you.
helping people a lot. So thank you very much for
Thank you. Thank
sharing
you.
that, Simon.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, and thank you to the audience for watching this video. I hope you liked it, got inspired, and look into this topic a little bit more. Then I see you next week for a new episode of Pat's Chat. Thanks, and have a great day.